Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another exciting episode of This Is Our Life. I don't know how many videos I've made since we've been up. I wanted to talk about two things real fast. First, I was looking at Vichyssoise, and it actually looks good, but it's a cold soup. Now, my mom, she could make a good gazpacho, but can you imagine me being Spanish that I don't like gazpacho? Maybe if you warmed it up, but I don't think gazpacho would taste right warmed up. Vichyssoise looks like it would taste good warmed up, but
isn't that fish soup, Vichyssoise?
no, it's potato and leek.
Oh.
But it's a cold soup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cold enough. We don't need any
Yeah, it's
cold around here.
Yeah. No, I mean, I can say my mom used to make gazpacho, but I don't know, it just, a staple of my homeland. It's something I just don't care for. I'm not saying I wouldn't eat it. I'm just saying I don't plan on making any. That was one recipe of my mom's that I never bothered to learn. I never asked for the recipe or anything like that. I guess I've lived in the United States too long. I feel bad that I feel like I abandoned my mother. I didn't, because I made sure she had good care before I left.
She's not free.
No. But there's nobody to go see her. I don't know, maybe her church. I finally got a response from her church. They have a committee. They were going to send it to the committee to see if somebody would go visit her. She didn't really have any friends, so. Charlene, I better not say her name because I don't want it to get all over the web. I'm going to see if I can find her on White Pages and maybe get in touch with her.
Was it her neighbor?
No, it was a friend of hers. My sister, this is the first year I haven't sent my sister a Christmas card. If we come up with the money to buy stamps, I might send her one, but I should probably just throw it away and not even open it.
The butt too.
Yeah.
I might.
Well, she deserves it.
Bitch.
Because my sister should be going to visit our mother, but she doesn't have anything to do with anybody in the family. And that's her choice, and that's her bad behavior or whatever. I feel bad for my mother, but at the same time, I have to remind myself what she put me through. It wasn't easy. Frankly, a lot of the abuse occurred, that abuse not from her but from others, because she didn't want me around. So she put me in institutions. I know if something happens, they'll call my uncle and he'll call me. But it's not like my mother even knows what's going on. But maybe because it's around Christmas time, or maybe because somebody on Facebook mentioned, or I was looking at Vichyssoise, and that person commented on how it's cold soup. Ugh. And it made me think about gazpacho, and I want to make gazpacho. I mean, she definitely knew how to make gazpacho. I mean, she lived in Spain longer than I did. So, I mean, my gosh, she still spoke Spanish. That was one thing she didn't forget how to do, at least for a long time. I mean, I think in the end there she spoke Spanish maybe better than she spoke English.
Odd, isn't it?
Well, they say with Alzheimer's you...
Revert.
Yeah. So, you know, I remember she'd have conversations with our neighbors. They didn't always understand each other because they spoke different. You know, the neighbors were from Mexico, and I mean, you can get along just fine, but there are still things that they'll be like, "Okay," even if you don't say it out loud, you're like thinking it like, "What?"
Kind of look at you like,
Yeah, like, what did you just say? Like one of my first words was Haka, and for some reason it's actually pronounced Haka, but it's spelled H-A-C-A. You would think J-A-C-A would be Haka, but it's not Aka, it's Haka. Small horse or little horse. But see, in Mexico it doesn't really mean anything. The wealthier, better educated families and those that have a close connection with Spain, some of them will use the word, but it's not a common word down there. And one of my other first words was, I would say Abba. I was trying to say agua.
Abba.
Abba, because I want Abba. I mean, you know, babies can't pronounce things correctly anyway, you know. So I would say Abba, Abba. You know, I was wanting water. I wanted something to drink. But
They're looking at you going, huh?
yeah. Well, my parents figured it out anyway.
I mean,
yeah,
the
neighbors are like, what? Hopefully that's not a cuss word.
Abba.
But anyway, you know, I mean, I feel bad for her, but what can I do? I guess I should call the nursing home.